Hello. What is up? Are we ready for day 3? Nothing is going to be held back from today. We're gonna light some fire under your butts. Are you ready? Okay, so to recap, Tuesday we talked all about your energy and energy creation. We have to create energy in order to be able to lose weight, in order to have energy, in order to manage our stress. Those things have to be in play. Remember, the way we create our energy is through quality of nutrition, the components of your nutrition, so the macronutrients, so protein, carbs, and fats, and then as well as meal timing can flow over into that as well. So it's not as simple as just tracking your macros, because I've had a lot of people lately tell me that, oh, I've been tracking my macros and nothing's changing. It's not, there's no magic in macros. The magic is in the quality of your nutrition. And then also the composition of your macros, but not just that in like, let's meet 120 grams of protein. Like, let's say that was the number you're trying to get, but you don't get it at the right, in the right combination with starchy carbohydrates and fats and whatnot. It's really not hard, but you might be missing that piece, right? And then as well as meal timing, it's very important to be fueling your body at certain points of the day to support your cortisol. And to be able to sleep well at night. All of those things go into sustainable weight loss. And then yesterday we talked all about stress. If your body does not feel safe from your perception of your day-to-day stress, you're not going to lose weight. A safe body loses weight easily. A body that is under stress does not feel safe. So it's going to use all of its protection, AKA body fat, on your body, right? It's going to use that as a way to feel safer because it's not really sure about the amount of resources that are coming in, AKA food, and then the amount of energy that's going out as well. So yesterday was stress. And then today we're going to be talking about why you start and why you stop, as well as getting what you really want this summer and how to get that. Many times let me just say this, fall is my busiest time of year because y'all lose your minds all summer long with the drinking, with late night snacking, with not going to bed, with skipping workouts. And it's because of the thing that you're actually searching for in the summertime, but you're searching for it in the wrong way. And so I'm going to show you today how to actually search for it and find it in the best way, in a way that actually fulfills your needs. So the chat box is open, the Q&A box is open. I have several questions that I've been getting over the last couple of days through email, so I'm going to also touch on those. And as well as tonight, I'm going to be offering a little like open house on Zoom for people who are on the fence about Mindfully Well. I just have 5 spots left as of right now, and I want you guys to have them. And so I'm going to come on tonight. This is just for you guys. This is not going on into the public. This is just for the people who are registered for Beyond the Scale, because I know that you registered because you want something different in your life. You want to feel different. And I know that you can achieve so much more than that outside of Beyond the Scale in Mindfully Well. And so I'm going to do a little open house tonight. So basically you come to the Zoom meeting or Zoom link or whatever that I'll send you, and I'll go over any questions that you have, any hesitations that you have. And the prompt for you for that call is going to be, I'm on the fence because, and I can help you understand why you're on the fence. And also if Mindfully Well is a solution for you. I mean, I'm not going to have somebody come into my program and encourage you to come in if I don't think I can help you. There's very few people that I believe I can't help, but it also is, if you're showing up to this call and you don't believe that you can be helped, you have to believe it first, right? And so come to that call. I'm happy to help you with the I'm on the fence hesitations, and we'll clear up the air there. So that's actually going to be at and I forgot to look, I have baseball tonight. I think it's at 5:30, and I think we get done at, let me look, my husband is gone, of course, so I can't send him events. Let's see, where are we at? 5:30 to 6:45. So let's do 7:15. I'll be home by 7:15. I'll send you the Zoom link. I'll hop on, we'll chit chat, and you'll be able to make your decision. Because the other thing about this is sitting in indecision for the next week when enrollment closes is a huge energy and time waste. And I don't want you wasting your energy on indecision on yes or no and going back and forth. That's such a waste. So let's just decide, let's quote unquote shit or get off the pot so that you can start making progress towards feeling better. Alrighty, let me share my screen. Hold on 1 minute. Let's see. What I want. We're talking about summer today and it's cloudy and like womp 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 weather. I wish it felt like summer today. Yeah, we wait. All right, let me share my screen. All righty. Okay, we're in business. Here we go. So today we're going to talk about some mindset things. And oftentimes it's like, why can't I just do what I said I was going to do? Why do I start things and why do I quit? And even if you do see changes, you still end up stopping. And it really just feels very confusing to you. But what I want you to know is that this is just a human mind and a human mind experience. It's beautiful. Your mind is so beautiful, but boy, it can be kind of an a-hole sometimes, right? Because we're just wired to stay alive. We aren't wired to have a sexy body. We aren't wired to lose fat. We aren't wired to seek discomfort, which is what we ask of ourselves when we want to become a better human in a better body. We function day to day with the motivational triad. I'm going to tell you what that is in just a minute. And that's the thing that just keeps us alive and comfortable and feeling good right now. It does not think for your future. It does not care what the price of discomfort is. It just thinks, let's do something that feels good right now. So this is the motivational triad, and this is how all humans and all animals operate. It is the triad of seeking pleasure, avoiding pain, and conserving energy. All of us are designed with these three principal motivations, which is called the motivational triad. And these motivations increase our odds of survival, or at least they have over time, right? This is what really got our ancestors to live through really tough times and got us to where we are today. But it's also why getting a plan and just trying to do it, it doesn't work, right? Anytime you just joined a program that you're just on your own, or you've tried to do this over here and you hired a coach and they sent you a macro plan with workouts, and why you started and then you stopped. You're only working within the constraints of a plan. But then when you're left to your own mind to figure it out, when you reach discomfort, things just kind of go to shit. And I know the deep core issues of weight loss and weight loss resistance, right? I know the science. I know how to get your body out of resistance and moving into weight loss. I know all those physical nuances, but even with that, I can give you a plan, but you're still going to go out and have a human mind and you'll have a human experience with the best plan for you. And that human experience of experiencing discomfort, not wanting to do it, and finding new ways to feel better will make you think that you can't do this. And this is why you've quit in the past. And it's also why, if you're great at hardcore diets and challenges, but then everything kind of goes away when it's done, it's because you only feel like safe within the constraints of a diet or a plan. And you actually don't feel safe with your own mind making decisions. So if we know that your natural behavior is to seek pleasure, it means that you're going to eat things you shouldn't eat when you're trying to change. It means you're going to be scrolling social media instead of going to bed. It means that you're going to binge Netflix when you could be or should be meal prepping. And if we know that you want to avoid pain, and if we know that you want to avoid pain, what you'll end up doing is you'll end up skipping the gym. You'll end up hitting snooze, and you'll also end up drinking more alcohol because that just numbs any pain or discomfort that you have. And then if we know that you want to conserve energy, you will skip meal prep. You'll grab something quick and easy. You'll lean toward a processed food diet and you'll hit the drive-through, you'll skip meals. And then you also let perfectionism be the reason that you don't do it. Because here's the underlying thought of perfectionism is that if it's not efficient, then it's not perfect. I'm not going to waste my time. And this is where coaching comes in. This is why I do not hand you a plan and wish you luck. I could, and let's be honest, I could probably charge a pretty penny for that, but I don't because I care too much about your actual success. I want so badly for every single woman that I come in contact with to feel like she's Wonder Woman and that she can make this world a better place. Because when you are well cared for, so is this world. And it's a ripple effect, and we get to keep going. So with coaching and understanding yourself, I want to show you why you're doing what you're doing. And I want you to understand this so that you can show yourself some compassion and some understanding. Because if you're doing things that you don't want to do, or you're wishing you could change, or you're frustrated by your behaviors or your lack of progress or just perceived progress, you're just beating yourself up and you need to stop. So we're going to talk about using your human mind in the way it should be used for weight loss instead of against you. When we can understand ourselves, we can see ourselves with compassion. And the good news is that there's actually nothing wrong with you when you go off kilter and stop doing the things you know that work. It's just your mind doing mind things. But that's the best news is that you actually have a part of a mind that will help you reach your goals no matter what. And I teach you this when we do our coaching together. And what we actually do is we do the opposite of what your reactive mind wants. Pleasure now, right? Your mind is going to seek pleasure right now. What do? You actually delay it. And you train your mind to delay that instant gratification. Because here's the thing, and I call it the 50-50 experience whenever we make a decision. So when we make a decision, let's use a cookie for an example. The decision to have the cookie right now is to feel the pleasure. And so in the 50-50 experience, you get to feel the good when you decide to have the cookie, right? Because you get dopamine, it feels really good. And then afterwards, you experience the hard part of that decision, the difficult, the discomfort part of that decision, because now you feel guilty, maybe your tummy hurts, and it keeps you away from reaching your goals. Whereas on the other side, if we flip that around, if you decide to delay having the cookie until that desire or that urge for that cookie goes away, because eventually it does go away. We have urges and desires that go through waves. If you delay that discomfort and you reach yourself over that hump, and then we get to the other side of that, and then you get to feel proud, and then you get to feel accomplished and achieved, and then you get to get closer to your goal. We always get to experience the good and the bad in every single decision. And if we know that if you're always going to experience the good and you're always going to experience the bad, you may as well use it to your advantage and delay that pleasure so you can experience the good later on. The next part is open discomfort. There's discomfort that is helpful and there's discomfort that's unhelpful. And I'm going to clear this up for you. The unhelpful discomfort is how you feel now. It's the physical and emotional discomfort that you experience from negative self-talk, negative actions, doing things that you wish you wouldn't do, but you can't seem to get out of the cycle, and just feeling very crummy in your mind and your body. But then there's discomfort that is incredibly useful, and that's the experience of letting things feel hard, annoying, and in the moment, you just don't want to do it, but you decide to do it anyway, right? You're deciding to experience the discomfort up front so that you get the reward after that. And then lastly, it's creating your energy instead of conserving it, which we've talked about most of for the last 2 days. Now, this is easier said than done, right? And if it was easy, you could and would have done it by now. And I can say that on this side of the screen, I will send you on your way after this, and you'll go out and you'll be like, I'm going to expect these things to happen. But when you're in the thick of it, your brain will still freak out. It will still say, this is wrong. I shouldn't do this. I want to run and hide from this. My friend, the ones who finally achieve weight loss, energy, stress management, and ease in their bodies are the ones who do not run and hide. The ones who join Mindfully Well and show up to find out that nothing has actually gone wrong and that they just keep going, even though it's uncomfortable. When you have a coach like me who can hold space for you and your experience, and I can help walk you through it and prove to you that you're doing it right, you keep going. I want to talk to you about why this is so important at this time of the year, right before summer comes. Because when you live in the North, we spend a lot of time dreaming and waiting for warmer months and seasons. And when it finally gets here, y'all lose your minds. We go into full force of the motivational triad because we're all like YOLO, and you're desperate to have freedom. You're desperate for extra time. Summertime means less structure. Summertime means more freedom and time with your kids and memories and joy. We look forward to it so much. And then when it gets here, you end up dropping yourself up at the front door and you don't check back in until the fall when you feel miserable, when you're craving structure, when you're bloated and you've gained 10 pounds over the summer, when you wish you would have done something better for yourself this summer. Because here's what you want time, you want freedom, and you want joy. In the summertime, the ultimate usage of the motivational triad looks like this: pleasure, seeking pleasure, right? So you're seeking things that feel really good right now. And let's be honest, those aren't high nutrient foods. These are poor nutrient foods that have a lot of calories in them, but not a lot of great information for your body. And we're also seeking alcohol because alcohol numbs us. Alcohol makes us feel really good. We also want to avoid pain. So we end up staying up late and then hitting the snooze button, right? Getting up and out of bed is asking for discomfort. And your mind is going to say, I don't want to do that because you stayed up really late last night. And then conserving energy in the summertime looks like skipping meal prep and skipping your workouts. So, what you actually want in the summer is to stay focused on real wants instead of faux wants. What you truly want is that you want time, you want freedom, and you want joy. And when you know that's what you want, in addition to weight loss, less stress, more energy, I'm going to show you how to do that. And I want you to know and deeply understand that it's not this or that, it's and. You can have time and energy. You can have freedom and weight loss. You can have joy and less stress. And I know that you think it's unachievable and it's maybe not the right time. You don't have time, you're so busy, and you also don't want the constraints in the summer. You want to go out on vacation and fully enjoy yourself. You want to be able to spend evenings outside by the fire and have a s'more, and you want to enjoy a drink with your friend on the patio and, hey, maybe even have an appetizer. So how do you do those things and lose body fat, gain energy, and manage your stress? I'm going to show you how. First of all, time. In Mindfully Well, I will show you how to create more time by managing your time. I don't expect you to add in new habits in your life when you're already walking around thinking that you don't have time. That's not helpful. I'm here to help you manage your plate instead of add to it. When you do this, you're less stressed and you can lose weight. And we search for safety in our bodies, not more work. What we do is we focus on what's important by defining your 20/80. And here's the thing, everyone has a 20/80. It's the 20% energy that you invest up front that creates 80% of your results. It's not 100% up front to get some results, right? We think we have to work harder in order to get a little bit of result. What we really need to do is work smarter with that 20% energy, and that creates 80% of your results. You don't need to focus on everything to be successful. You just need to focus on the right things. So we defined personally your 2080 and I help you find what that is. The thing is that it's different for everyone, but usually it looks like meal prep. Usually it looks like getting up to actually do your workouts because then you feel good and you end up doing different things from the rest of the day because you feel good. Sometimes it's journaling up front because then you have a clear mind the rest of the day. Sometimes it's going to bed at a certain time because then you're more likely to wake up at the right time, right? So it's defining personally for you what's the 2080. Because I could go out and I could say, oh, everyone's 2080 is meal prep. But that's not true because I know that some of my clients will be great at meal prep, but they don't get up on time and they hit snooze over and over again because they're not going to bed at a reasonable time to get enough sleep. So they wake up tired and then they don't even eat their meal prep, right? That's a huge time and energy waste. Let's not do that. Let's focus on here over here and put your energy in that because then naturally what comes out of it is great decisions. Time boundaries is another huge component of the perception that you don't have enough time. Here's the thing, you always have enough time. We just need to change how you think and how you plan with your time. And we have what's called, what I'm introducing to this round is the Sunset Sunday Hour. And so this is my time management method for a week with ease and intention. It's going to help you actually be able to manage your time and to be able to complete the things you want to complete while still having extra time for joy and freedom and being outside and doing the things that you love to do with your family. Okay, so freedom. Oh, sweet summertime freedom. Less schedules, more options, more sunshine. I can't wait, and I know you can't either. But first, we have to decide what freedom we actually want. Because the truth is that the freedom you think you want and the freedom you actually want are different. And this is where you get confused. All right, you want the freedom in your mind and body. The way you do this is by showing yourself that you always have the choices and to choose them ahead of time. We have this beautiful human mind that can make great decisions to help you reach your goals. We tap into that part of your mind, and I'll teach you how, but here's the gist of it. You just have to plan it, and then you have to follow through with the plan. The plan you create yourself is ultimate freedom. It's you in the driver's seat. I'm going to give you guidance, but I do not give you strict rules. I give you freedom to choose the lifestyle that you want to live. Not mine, not hers. It's all yours. And when you do this, you get ultimate freedom, and not only this summertime, but really forever. You get to choose what you eat on vacation, and it doesn't have to be chicken breast and kale. You get to choose consciously on how you decide to consume alcohol and then feel proud afterwards. You get to choose which workouts to do and when, and there's no rules. It's based on what you want and how you want to feel in your body. And you get to feel great in your body because now you have energy, which is ultimately the feeling of freedom. Nothing feels more constrained than feeling tired all the time and not actually able to use your freedom in the summer. You get to get dressed with confidence. You don't have to hide under clothes that are too big for you, or you just wishing that you felt better in your swimming suit. How much time and energy do you waste thinking about changing your body and wishing it were different? You want time back? That's the time you want back. Commit to yourself this summer, and you're not going to have to sit on the sideline and watch everyone else have fun because you feel like shit in your body. You can be done with that. You have a life that needs to be lived and not one that is lived hiding behind your body because you don't feel comfortable in it. Summertime is the time to join Mindfully Well, and I can help you get what you want in the summertime. A body you love and feel great in, with fat loss, energy, less stress. You have more time in the best way and no longer wasted. Freedom in your mind and body is the ultimate perception of freedom. When you have those things, you have control over freedom. You have freedom within yourself. You have joy. And that's the other thing you want this summer. You want joy. My definition of joy is to be where I am, where my feet are, without an agenda. Isn't that exactly what summer is? To just be where you are and not think about the to-do list and not think about the things you need to go in the house and fold the laundry and you need to do all of these things, right? And when you feel like yourself on top of joy, that's everything you want. The future cannot wait for you to keep sitting in indecision and not deciding to take care of yourself this summer. What would you 1 year from now in the body you love, the mindset that's clear, and the emotionally resilient woman say to you now? She'd say, don't wait. She'd say, everything you're scared of is worth it. She'd say, you don't have to be perfect to start, and you're not actually stuck. She'd say, freedom is for you, and it's not this or that. It's and. In Mindfully Well, what you get is you get a custom created protocol just for you. I create it with simple, clear, and concise guidelines. Again, you are in the driver's seat, and it also gets you your result. So many of you are sitting there on the other side of the screen thinking, I don't actually believe I can do this because I haven't seen it before. But what I want you to know is that I'm over here holding your result for you. I just need you to come join me. You also get one-on-one calls with me where these are personalized. They're 30 minutes long. We do 2 per round of Mindfully Well. And this is where I go over everything that's going well, or we go over everything that's going well, what's not going well. We tweak things that need to be tweaked and we pivot and get you moving right in the right direction. And you also have unlimited group calls. And the unlimited group calls, these calls are going to be your saving grace. They are your resignation, your most helpful tool, even if you're nervous for group calls. Because when you feel like you are seen by and understood by women who are in the same shoes as you get to keep going. You don't have to feel alone. You get to feel supported. And this changes how you show up. This changes whether you quit or keep going. These group calls cover all the sticking points I know that you'll have along the way. I've already thought about your journey and I'm prepared for it. All the bumps, all the curves, all the things that are thrown into your weight loss, stress, and energy journey, I know what's coming. And also, those group calls, they keep you going while feeling supported and grounded. And then you also have a weekly check-in with me via a check-in form that I do with you. And this is great for accountability and for support. I also have a curriculum that's ready to go for you that you get to just have on the go. Just put your AirPods in and listen to the content whenever you have time. Go for a walk while you're cleaning the house or doing laundry, when you're in your car. I've made it as portable and easy to consume as you go. And it really just makes understanding the reason of why we do the things we do more likely for you to do them when you understand them. You also get the tried and true meal prep menu because I know that dinner time is hard. I know 5 p.m. is hard. I know feeding yourself something healthy without making 2 separate meals is incredibly hard. And I've already thought about this. And that's why I have the meal prep menu available to you. So I create a menu of family-friendly meals that are meal preppable. So breakfast and lunch are meal preppable for you. You take them, they're on the go, easy peasy. And then your evening meals are family friendly. And you might make them a little bit different. So like, for example, these are just regular family meals like meatballs, tacos, spaghetti night, I have like a sesame chicken, and I have lots of them. Buffalo chicken, sesame chicken, chicken burrito bowls. We have all of those regular style family meals in there. And the only thing we're doing is we're making sure that you're getting enough protein out of that meal. We're going to load up you with a little more veggies, and we're going to make sure that yours are very well balanced and your family still gets to enjoy their family favorites as they normally would. These are meals that my family eats. I have 3 children who are not lining up to consume kale and broccoli with me. They are not interested in that either, just as much as your children aren't into it. And so I have already thought of that. I have a meal prep menu for you every single week so that that takes that thought process off of your mind. And it also gives you more time and gives you more freedom. I also give you wholesale costs for labs. So if you need labs, they are not upcharged. They're as cheap as I can get them, and those are for you to purchase. And then I also give you a discount on supplements that I am not affiliated with, but a practitioner under. So they're medical grade supplements that you have to have a practitioner in order to be able to order those. They're very high quality and not full of junk. Um, and so, okay, so enrollment is open. What I'm going to do is, so after this call, you will have an email in your inbox that can get you, let me get this screen, sorry. That will get you enrolled. You can click enroll and you'll be ready to go. But I have some questions here I'm going to answer. If you have questions that you're here live, make sure and use the Q&A and the chat box. This is the time to ask questions. You can always come to the 7 p.m. open house tonight as well. But let's go over some of these. So stress, worry, and fear is my main problem right now. I try to do it all for everyone in my family. I've learned to give a little for myself, but not enough. Like I feel like I'm letting people down or being a bad mom. I feel like I'm stuck because I don't know how to lighten the load and to feel joy enough to make a difference. This is a big one that we are always working through because as moms, we are just conditioned that we have, the more we give of ourselves to our children, the better mom we are. But that's not actually true, right? That is actually a reaction to an underlying belief or fear. Like she said, I have a fear and a worry that you're not enough, that you're not doing enough. And that in order to feel that way, you have to make sure that you have given everything of yourself. But here's the thing. That's not actually what you need to do in order to believe that you are a good mom, that you are doing a good job. Here's what you actually need. You need to take care of yourself. You need to pour into your cup first so that you feel well taken care of, so you have energy, and so that you are fully present for your children. That is how you feel like you're doing the best job for them as their mom, to fully be present. But the opposite ends up happening is that you neglect yourself. You end up feeling very tired, very sluggish, very reactive, right? Uncomfortable. Your mind is scattered. You have a monkey brain and you're all over the place. And you're not actually present with your children. And you're actually the opposite of present. You're just all over the place. And then you're like, let me just try to give you some of more of my energy. Let me try to do this and this and this. And what we end up is doing way more rather than just fully being present with them. Your only job as a mother is to love them unconditionally. Your job as a mother is not to give your entire being to them. And so it's reframing how you think about caring for other people, how you think about doing more for those around you outside of our children, right? Many times we don't have any boundaries with extended family or those around you besides our children, right? There's no boundaries there. And so anytime someone asks you for something, and sometimes they don't even ask you, you just think, I'm going to do this because then they'll like me, because then I feel worthy, because then I feel important. And that's now how you find your worthiness and your self-love and your importance. The way you find it is that you find it within yourself first and you fully believe it. And then when you do that, then you can go out and you can give service to others from a place of wanting to serve instead of a place of wanting to seek a feeling for yourself. We do these things because we want to feel validated. We want to feel important. We want to be seen. But you need to do that for yourself first. And then you do things for other people from a place of service and not from a place of seeking a feeling. Okay, my family doesn't want to eat healthy. I worry that I'll start and stop because they're eating something different. So this comes into the motivational triad, right? So they are eating something different and it looks like it would feel pleasurable, right? So let's say they made chicken nuggets and French fries for dinner. And you're like, okay, cool. I was going to have some chicken and I'm going to put it on a salad. And then I'm going to have some fruit because that would be a well-balanced meal, right? And it's not that different. What I want you to see is that it's not that different than from your family's meals. We are making up a whole lot of drama. And maybe this is because you've done a program before where you absolutely had to eat certain things at certain times and it was very structured. I want you to see that you can have structure while still being flexible. It's hard to like wrap our minds around that because we think we have to be black and white. We have to be all the way over here and all the way over here. But what I teach you is to live in the gray. And sometimes it's light gray, sometimes it's dark gray, but we're in the gray. We're never black and we're never white. When we do that, we also never fall off the stupid wagon that we always talk about, right? Because we're just in the gray. And so you'll see them eating chicken nuggets and French fries, and your brain will just seek that comfort, right? And because it knows that I don't want to eat the salad right now, that feels like discomfort. And I want to eat the French fries right now, and that feels like comfort. So, of course, your brain is going to want to do those things. But when you understand that that's what your brain is doing, and also that there's always the 50-50 experience within any decision, you know that you just have to sit through a little bit of discomfort up front, embrace it, let it be there. Don't make any drama out of it. And then you get to experience on the other side of it, you get to experience the pleasure from feeling proud of yourself, from getting closer to your goal, from not having a tummy ache and feeling like you've overate, right? So that's the difference between just giving you a plan and expecting you to do it versus working with your mind and knowing what to expect from your mind, what to expect from your body as far as feelings, and really being able to put those two together. The other thing is I've got a couple of them here that I'm not committed enough and I feel hopeless that anything will actually work for me because I've tried everything. I want you to see that these thoughts that you're walking around with, I'm not committed. So you're defining yourself as not a committed person. Of course, when you try to do something different, you're going to come up with discomfort, right? You're going to come up against that discomfort, which is always going to happen. You will not find anything that does not reach a point of discomfort when you're trying to become better, when you're trying to feel better. You're going to come to that discomfort and your brain is going to see, I told you that you're not committed. Here you go again. You tried something else and now you're going to quit. I showed you. I told you that. Here you go. Instead, you have to believe that you are a committed person. Maybe you haven't committed to these things in the past, and that's why your brain is showing you this type of evidence. But in your brain, also, the other thing is your brain will always look towards the past for evidence. So if you haven't done it before, it's going to show you you haven't done it before. But walking around with the thought that I'm not committed enough, instead, you are a committed person. There are plenty of things that you have committed yourself to and actually completed. And that's where we start to look for evidence with yourself that you can complete things. You can do this. You are fully capable and you have the capacity for it. So then we look for evidence in other areas of your life, right? So did you graduate high school? You committed through that. Did you graduate college? Did you do college? Did you go to and get a degree? You committed through that. Are you married? Are you still married? You committed to that. Are you a mother? Are you still a mother? You committed to that. Do you have a job? Do you show up to your job? You're committed to that. You're committed to so many things in your life. You are a committed person, but you have this underlying belief that you can't commit to losing weight or gaining energy or managing your stress just simply because you haven't done it before. But here's the thing, there's so many things that you haven't done before that you will accomplish in your lifetime. Let this be something that you accomplish. Let this be something that you can commit to because, my friend, you are worth the commitment. And you need to see that it's just you getting in your way, trying to protect yourself from discomfort. When that's the thing you actually need, there is nothing wrong with that. The only thing wrong with that is that you let it mean that you should stop. You let it mean that it's wrong. This is just your human mind, and there's nothing wrong with it. The only thing you need to do is be okay with discomfort and just keep going. Be okay with letdowns and just keep going. The only time it's not okay is when you let it mean something and then you stop. You are letting the past experiences mean that you have to stop and you can't keep going. And that's where you've gone wrong. That's the only place you've gone wrong. If you can see that that's the only way that you have gone wrong here, you know it's super fixable. I'm feeling hopeless that anything will work for me. I have tried everything. I don't think you've tried everything. If you have tried everything, you actually would have accomplished it by now. And what I want you to see is that you're walking around thinking that there is no answer for you. And if you walk around thinking that there is no answer for you, you will never find the solution. You will never find the answer. You will always block yourself off from receiving that. Whereas if you ask yourself a better question, I wonder what else I haven't tried. Now you're going to find an answer and now you're going to find a solution. Walking around with a statement of, I've tried everything, there's no answer for me. I love you, but you're not a unicorn. You're not this like alien that came down from outer space that doesn't have a human body. You have a human body. And so it makes it super simple because now it's just math. And math always has an equation, right? So we do things, we get a result. We do things, we get a result. It's not this complex thing where we don't actually have any idea what's going on. We do. There are solutions to every single problem out there. We just have to find it, and you have to open up your mind to be able to find it. Otherwise, you are going to stay stuck where you are. And if that's what you want, if that's what you choose to stay where you are, cool, do that. But stop wasting energy walking around thinking I'm so miserable without finding a solution for it. Don't waste time thinking I'm miserable and thinking that you're a victim to your own body. That is bullshit. There are answers to your solutions. I live in a small rural town and Whole Foods are hard to find. I get that. However, again, this is totally solvable. There are frozen vegetables. There are frozen fruits on almost any store. There's also online connections now. So there's many butcher services that will ship grass-fed, grass-finished, whole, great beef product, great bison product to your house, no matter where you live. There's also Misfits Market. Misfits is a whole food market that sends you things that are like misfits. And so they can't sell them in the store, but they can send them to you. And so this includes everything from fruits and vegetables and protein and canned things and stuff like that. As well as Thrive Market, another whole food place that will ship things to you. There are so many options, but if you choose to believe that you don't have the options, you're not going to find the options. You're going to stay exactly where you are, thinking that you are a victim to highly processed foods that are quickly and readily available. That is how you need to start seeing things differently. This is not a rule problem. This is a mindset problem. I have a new job and I'm tired of wasting money with seeing no success. Yes, again, that is, you have a belief that you are stuck on where you are. Sorry. You know, husbands are great until they push through your do not disturbs. Okay. Seeing no success is thinking that I am out of options, right? I've seen no success. And so now I'm going to stop looking for my answer. Now I'm going to stop because I believe there's nothing else out there. The people who are highly successful in this world have never taken no for an answer. They have always sought out their solutions. Anyone who you're looking at on the internet or around you in your life, and you're like, I wish I had what they had. It doesn't matter what it is. It's their job, it's their family, it's their body, it's their health, it's their relationships. They are just not willing to accept no as an answer, and they keep going for the things that they want to have. They become the resilient person. They become that the failures just mean that that wasn't the one, that the next one I will try. And then I'll try the one after that. And then I'll try the one after that. I can tell you in Mindfully Well, I will get you your solution. I will get you your success. I will get you to stop saying I've tried everything and I've never found the solution. I know we'll find the solution in there. I believe we will. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here on the other side of the screen telling you that I have your solutions inside Mindfully Well. I am a person of integrity. I am not going to tell you that I can help you if I don't believe I can fully help you. I believe I can help you. I believe I can help you so much that I'm on the other side of the screen asking you to believe in yourself. I feel okay. So for the past year, I have gained weight and I haven't been successful like before. We're looking for evidence again that we're not successful. I'm 54 and I know I'm menopausal. I fluctuate between 165 and 175. I know losing 30 to 40 pounds would make me feel so much better, but I'm not sure why I'm gaining weight instead of losing it, unless it's all hormonal. So here is the thought is that we have a lot of data, right? So we have information, we have your weight, we have your height, we know what you're doing. She had said before that I think that she's been eating macros maybe and then working out consistently and she's gaining weight. So now we know we have information. And I would say from this, listen to Molly's podcast episode, which was on Tuesday. I believe it was episode number 78. It was from bloated to losing weight or something like that. It's Molly's story. And so Molly was gaining weight when she came to me while she was trying to lose weight, right? So she was doing everything she thought she should to be able to lose weight, but instead she was gaining weight. And so we know that when that happens, that your body does not feel safe, right? So you're trying to take away energy and now it's just adding on more energy resources onto your body. That's information and that's math for me. I know that we have a body that doesn't feel safe. We have a body that needs a lot of safety signals, which means it needs high quality nutrition. It needs macronutrient balance so that we have balanced blood sugar. It also needs to know what is your stress, right? What's the perception of stress coming in, day-to-day life, food stress, environmental stress. I know that those things need to be tackled. Even if this is a hormone problem, that's not complex to me because I know your hormone problem stems from these three things over here: food in, food out, stress. I know that that's where it's coming from. When we adjust those, now we get to go in and hormones get to adjust. Now, in addition to hormonal imbalances, guess what? We have access to labs. We can go out and we can find a quick answer. A quick answer gives us a quicker solution. We could throw spaghetti at the wall and see what works, or we could get down and get the nitty gritty and get you feeling better really quickly. And so we can use labs to our advantage here as well. So I know just based on this that, yeah, maybe it is hormonal, but we definitely have a food problem and we have a stress problem. And from there, what we can do is that we slowly work on that. We let your body feel very safe with your actions, with your consistent actions by getting your mind on board. And then your body starts to feel safe. And then remember the transition from a safe body is that it stops gaining weight. And then it maintains weight. And then it feels safe enough to let your body fat go. That's the process in which we go. And we find that for you together with the protocol that I create for you based on where you are now. So like she has a problem where she's gaining weight. I know she's in weight loss resistance. I know that we need to go to work on those things. I know that I'm also probably going to recommend labs for her. So I know which hormones are out of balance and I can give her a plan that works quickly and works easily. Let's see, where are we on time? Oh, we are at time. Let me answer one more question here. Okay. The hardest time for me is at night after I've already eaten supper. So she likes to snack. And in the summertime, when weather is nice out, I have the urge to drink more alcohol and go out and do things. Yes. So these are it's just the motivational triad, right? I want to snack, seek pleasure in the summertime. I want to go out and drink and seek pleasure and avoid discomfort, right? Because alcohol makes us feel good when we're uncomfortable and also makes us be out seeking more social things and whatnot. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, right? Unless you're sitting out until midnight and you have to get up at 5 o'clock to go work out. Like that's probably not going to work out for you. And so in this scenario, which is many scenarios in the summertime, we just have to decide what we actually want beforehand because we are very reactive humans, right? You've learned that this week that we react to our emotions and our feelings and our life circumstances with actions that don't benefit us. That's a reaction. So instead of being in reaction mode, we just have to be in conscious mode. And we access that through our daily food planning, which I teach you in Mindfully Well, through our Sunset Sunday hour, which I teach you. And from that, now we have a conscious plan for our week, and that allows us to follow through on our plan. And then it's just so simple that you just get to feel fantastic from that. Now I know that your mind is also going to throw into it and be like, but my neighbor wants me to come out and have a drink by the fire and I didn't plan for a drink. And so then we go into the emotional mindset part of it of, okay, well, do you want to go against your plan or do you want to go with your plan? And it's not a reaction. It's not that you just go out and have a drink because she asked you. You stop and you ask yourself first. Sometimes all we need is just a little bit of time delay to ground ourselves and be like, this is what I actually want. Yeah, I want to go out and talk to my neighbor, but I don't have to drink to do it. And if I do decide to drink, I'm going to feel proud and feel empowered afterwards because I made this conscious decision and I did not make a reactive decision. All right, my friends, I think I got through the questions here. I'm at time, so I'm going to be on at 7:15. I will send you a link through the replay today and make sure and come to that, ask me your questions. You can also shoot me, if you can't come at 7:15, just shoot me an email, reply back to the email I send you with the replay, and I'm happy to answer that question on that call. All right, my friends, I will see you tonight. Bye.